with his base, and it is red meat. This is to get the base up. This is to get the some enthusiasm that Trump's sorely lacking with his Iran war.
We should go after people which we have the evidence to indict, convict, and jail them. And if we're going to put up these charges that have little chance of convicting and jailing them, we're wasting our time and our credibility. And I get that MAGA's mad that more people aren't in jail. And also, I don't think this is it. And so I'm frustrated because I want justice too. But this is smacking of vengeance and revenge.
This is not on our priority list. Putting James Comey in jail is not a priority.
Our best shot at Comey would have been in 2018, in 2017. That would have been under the purview of Sessions, which he was a twit, and the DOJ was flustered. We had illegal wiretapping, misuse of a FISA court, omission and tampering of evidence to fit a narrative to go ahead and get those. That all occurred under Comey. Now, whether you could have pinned that to Comey, that would have been a different thing. But he still violated the Hatch Act. He also interfered with an election process in which that does carry criminal charges under it. So he could have we could have prosecuted him. They didn't do that with Comey. I don't know why. It's a short thing, but Comey could have done it. The Flynn debacle, as was mentioned, yes, it should have absolutely been reviewed and probably could have been over without the pardon. And we could have probably found out that there was some mishandling of evidence and misalignment of that. The problem is, what are you going to pin her with? She survived Benghazi. Like, all the evidence that people have, you have to prove that she's criminally liable. I hate to tell you this, but I can't stand that cunt, and she is the worst person on this planet in terms of our political system, but they get away with it. Like, they're clean. There's nothing that sticks to them. There's nothing you can really pin on the Clintons. I mean, shit, the guy lied under oath in front of the American people, and they reelected him. The power dynamics there are you have to sometimes say, hey, there's really not much I can go ahead. After the hearings, Hillary's stock went up. And every man knows it was her and that administration that left me and others to go ahead and die. Like, that's just a simple fact. Quelled that shit. Her administration did it. Uma Abedin, Anthony Weiner. You can't tell me that was the first time that they had child pornography on their on their computers. The servers, the destruction of evidence. You had the crimes there, but they exonerated her. You couldn't make it stick. So, I mean, it's not just what you know, it's what you can prove. And you have to look at that through that lens. And if you're going to go down that pathway, we better go. And if we are going to do that, then we better find some fucking damn good prosecutors. We better find some Republican lawyers that can go on there and not just do CNN or Fox News sound bites and sound good on TV, but they have to be fucking dead on. And if we can't do that, then we don't have anybody to blame but ourselves. And Trump made a mistake. Sessions was the worst person to pick. That fucked him up from the beginning. He should have picked somebody a lot better. I don't know who it should have been, but I would have probably put Ted Cruz in. I would have gave it to him and said, here you go, unleash it. And Ted Cruz would have been a dog with a bone at that time, especially because he wanted blood and he wanted vengeance. And he would have went and got it. He would have found a law. But you know what? We didn't do that. Our side wasn't smart in that area. The Democrats threw everything they could at Trump, and he didn't get unscathed, but the man came back more powerful and destroyed the blue wall, destroyed every swing fucking district that we had. He took it over, and we have the power right now. This is just a distraction. We had the narrative for like 2 seconds. And now this is going to blanket it, and everybody's going to be cheering it, and it just gave leverage to the Democrats when we should say, hey, the political violence, your voice is being silenced. We could have rolled with that. We didn't have to do this. This shit was stupid. That AG just dropped the ball on us, and there was so many more fish we could have gone after, so many others, and we're letting them slip through our fingers over stupid shit.
Yeah, no one in this room, but we live in a world where we talk to people outside of this room on Clubhouse where they believe an impeachment of a president means it kicks them out of office. They're not even familiar with that the Senate has to convict them. I think we live in a world today in America where these headlines and these buzz lines play a factor and make effect. It's a momentum game. And I think it was hurting Trump more to not have anything. I don't think a trial on Comey will even be heard prior to the midterm election. I'd like to see a series of indictments come out over the next 6 months, regardless if they hold any water or not. These people in the DOJ work for us. This is one of the biggest complaints against Bondi, was why was nothing moving forward? Well, some of this stuff was working forward. I think now it's just starting to actually come to the news cycle, because I believe they were working on this grand jury for quite a while prior to this, even when Bondi was still in office. So I don't know. This is the machinations of what has occurred over the last year from some of the base demanding some of this stuff. The guy from Rasmussen Reports, he went right into Trump and told him back in the fall, Mark Mitchell's his name, and said, look, your base wants indictments. Your base wants convictions. And at least according to his account, he's like, oh, okay, they want indictments. They want convictions. So we'll see. We'll see. Was doing nothing better in putting us in a better position than doing something about it. And I'm on the side that says do something about it regardless of the outcome.
All right, if that was the case, so take a look at the impeachments against Trump, the prosecutions from New York City, the release of his tax returns, creating fucking new state laws, manipulating a law to turn a misdemeanor into a federal crime, and then charge him 31 times with the same fucking crime. Then you go, all right, we've got this. Then you got the Georgia, what was her name? Stacey Abrams? Not Abrams. The girl that was, yeah, whatever her name is. Yeah, she's, Willis, Fanny. She's in a hotbed of water right now, and she's like trying to survive the next day. They tried to do it in Florida, and the Democrats lost on it, which gave power to Trump. I'm not necessarily saying we shouldn't have done anything. I'm saying we didn't have the people that were really going to go after it. We put the wrong people in play. And I'm kind of grateful to Trump right now because he didn't necessarily go after Hillary, because that would have been front page and it would have been a failure. It would have been a failure, another failure, and who knows how this election cycle that just passed would have turned out if Trump, under 2016 with COVID, shit that was happening, started prosecuting everybody and losing. That would have been an epic loss on our side, and it would have hurt us much more down ticket, and we wouldn't have had the powers to basically shift a lot of things. And I still don't like Mitch McConnell, but hats off to him for securing the courts and making sure a lot of provisions down ticket, down ballot actually worked in our favor to help propel up and to help us have that swoop of a victory. And Mitchell played it right. He set us up. Now it's up to our team to hold on to that, and we're going to hold the Senate, and we have a chance. We're probably not going to win a major majority in the House, but it's still a coin flip. We can still take 3-4 seats over and still have power, and it would be an epic win for Trump to be able to finish out his term, being able to do a lot of the things he promised, and maybe somehow we get a better win and set up the next administration that could be a Republican, whether it's Vance, Rubio, or somebody else. we could have a shot. And if they do good, we've got 12 years at least. We've got 12, guys. We have a shot for it, a good shot, not just like some imagination, but an actual good shot. I just don't think throwing shitty fucking prosecutions that all the media is going to cover and not cover any of the other shit. We're just giving too much fodder to the other side to use against us.
It's a good point. It didn't. When the Democrats did it to Trump, they weren't effective. They never got any convictions on Trump other than the civil. They never got any convictions against Roger Stone or who else did they go after?
Steve Bannon.
Steve Bannon.
They got conviction, Steve Bannon.
Oh, they did. That's right. They did get a conviction.
Yeah, but he kind of set himself up. You can't do that whole Sandy Hook thing.
Wait, that's Alex Jones.
No, Steve Bannon was the one.
Oh, yeah, Steve Bannon. I'm sorry. I was thinking Alex Jones.
Contempt of Congress, Bannon?
Oh, it was contempt of Congress. That's right.
Yeah, Bannon was contempt of Congress. But, I mean, that's a nothing. Like, that's not a big win.
He did what, 5 months?
They were also going after him a while back for raising private funds to build the wall back in the first term.
That's
Do you remember that?
Yep.
Shit, I don't. Man, there's been so many of them. I can't. He's kind of a slime ball.
I think, he's gotten much worse.
But you're right. I mean, Brad, good point. It wasn't effective for the Democrats, so why do we think it would be effective this time around? And I don't know. That's the quagmire the MAGA base is in. They're demanding revenge, and it didn't work for the Democrats, at least for winning the presidency. So, how effective is it really in the long run, other than costing a shit ton of money and time and effort and pulling people out of the game? Hopefully, maybe going after Comey satisfies the base and not going after a figure like a Barack Obama, that would really rally the base of the left, because it would. Going after Barack would definitely bring the left some momentum. So I don't know.
But I mean, if we take that point, like again, if Trump succeeds, like let's say he gets all the Iran thing falls our way, we start, boom, it starts working out great. Okay, done, settled, over with. And he follows through and has managed to hit $21 trillion in investment. Now, we won't see that in this term, but we have a shot to see it in the next term. We definitely will start to feel it about midterm after the next administration. That'll trickle down. And he puts that on there. I mean, can you imagine if it's all under conservatives, it's control, and we can actually fund and start doing things and start targeting issues that we have been complaining about for a long time, that we're going to have, not that they won't spend us into oblivion, but we really could hold something there, and Trump can walk away with something that will last, I don't know, another 250 years. He'll be able to support this country with those investments. Again, it's a big if he hits 21 trillion, because that's a hard goal. That economic boom for the U.S. will cement us for 150 years. That's a lot of power to give to a guy and then give it to the next administration, hand it off. And the American economy is steamrolling along. We're all doing a lot better. And he's conquered out, a bunch of bullshit. Venezuela is cured. Cuba looks like it'll be cured. Iran's going to be cured. Kim Jong-un I don't even know what's going on in North Korea. Nobody does, because he's been quiet. The only thing left is Russia and Ukraine. And quite frankly, no one gives a fuck about either of those two countries in reality. It's just a political oppo. We really do. And Europe is finally starting to pay up a little bit more. And he may take Greenland. Who knows? But I mean, fuck. If he does it, hats off to him. He'll be one of the greatest presidents, if not top 3 of all time.
Ready for Mount Rushmore?
Well, what was that 18 to 21 trillion dollar investment? Like, what is it? It's AI. So part of that is going to be AI transition, because there's, obviously they're going to take over some some of the workforce and everything else. So there's going to be, and I remember Elon was saying something about universal basic income, which they might have to put that into action. I mean, I don't like the idea of it, but it's one of those things where it might, I mean, it might very well, mean that we go to that, but so it's mainly going to be the AI transition.
Mine is the head of the man, and my insight is keen as the hawk's. By my head I invoke. I am the only begotten child of my father and mother. My father is dead. My mother bore me with labor and pain and fear. By my body I invoke thee. About me shine the diamonds of radiance white and pure. By their brightness I invoke thee. Mine is the red triangle, reverse the sign, given unsaving need of thee, O Lord. By the Lamb I invoke thee. Mine is the garment of white, sewn with gold, the flashing of light I wear. By my robe I invoke thee. Mine is the sign of unlovers and time. By the sign I invoke Mine is the turban of white and gold, and mine the blue figure of the intimate air. By my crown I invoke my fingers travel on the beats of pearl, so run I after thee in thy car of glory. By my fingers I invoke I bear the wand of double power in the voice of the Master. To by the song I invoke. sight is keen as the hawks, by my bed I invoke thee. I am the only begotten child of my father and mother. My father is dead. My mother bore me with labor and pain and fear. By my body I invoke thee. About me shine the diamonds of radiance, white and pure. By their brightness I invoke thee. Mine is the red triangle, reverse the sign, given of none, save it be of thee, O Lord. By the Laman I invoke thee. Mine is the garment of white, sewn with gold, the flashing of day that I wear. By my robe I invoke thee. Mine is the sign of a office and Typhoon. By the sign I invoke Mine is the turban of white and gold, and mine the blue veil of the intermediate. By my crown I invoke thee. My fingers tremble on the beat of fire, so run I after thee in thy car of glory. By my fingers I invoke thee. Under the wand of double power, in the voice of the Master, Abracadabra. By the word I invoke thee. I know the dark blue waves of music in the song that I made of old to invoke thee. Strike the master chord, draw the flaming sword, silent conquering Lord, Horus Avenger. In my hand is thy sword of revenge, and strike at thy teeth. By the sword I invoke thee. Voice of the five, the voice of the 611 are the voices. Abracadabra. Mine is the head of the man, and my insight is keen as the hawks. By my head I invoke thee. I am the only begotten child of my father and mother. My father is dead. My mother bore me with labor and pain and fear. By my body I invoke thee. About me shine the diamonds of radiance, white and pure. By their brightness I invoke thee. Mine is the red triangle, reverse the sign given of none. Save it be of thee, O Lord. By the Lamb and I invoke thee. Free mine is the garment of white, sewn with gold. The flashing abide that I wear by my robe, I invoke thee. Mine is the sign of a prophet and typhon. By the sign I invoke thee. For mine is the turban of white and gold, and mine the blue vigor of the intimate. By my crown I invoke thee. My fingers travel on the beats of pearl, so run I after thee in thy car of glory. By my fingers I invoke thee. I hear the ones of double power in the voice of the master. Abrahadabra, by the word I invoke thee. Feel my northern dark blue waves of music in the song that I made a move to invoke thee. Strike a master chord. Throw! Draw the flaming sword. Throw! Child and conquering Lord. Horus! Avenger! By the song I invoke thee. In my hand is my sword of revenge. Let it strike at thy vision. By the sword I invoke thee. The voice of the fight, the voice of the six, 11 other voices. Mine is the head of the man, and my insight is keen as the heart. By my head I invoke thee. I am the only begotten child of my father and mother. My father is dead. My mother bore me with labor and pain and fear. By my body I invoke thee. Around me shine the diamonds of radiance, white and pure. By the brightness I invoke thee. Mine is the red triangle reverse, the sign given of none. Save it be, oh thee, oh Lord. By the Lamb and I invoke thee. Mine is the garment of white sewn with gold, the flashing of light that I wear. By my robe I invoke thee. Mine is the sign of a promise and typhon. By the sign I invoke thee. Mine is the garment of white and gold, and mine the blue vigor at the end of the day. By while my crown I invoke thee. My fingers travel on the beats of pearl, so run I after thee in thy car of glory. While my fingers I invoke thee. For me the one that will power in the voice of the Master. Abraham, by the word I invoke thee. Hey, my heart, it have new waves of music in the song that I made a vote to invoke thee. Strike the master chord, draw the flaming sword, crown, giant conquering Lord, hard up, amen God, by the sword I invoke thee. In my hand is the sword of revenge, let it strike, I die with thee, by the sword I invoke thee. The voice of the five, the voice of the six, 11 are the voices. Mine is the head of the man, and my insight is keen as the ox. By my head I invoke thee. I am the only begotten child of my father and mother. My father is dead. My mother bore me with labor and pain and fear by my body. I invoke thee. About me shine the diamonds of radiance, white and pure by their brightness. I invoke thee. Mine is the red triangle reversed with the sign, giving of none, save it be of thee. Oh Lord, by the layman, I invoke thee. Mine is the garment of white, so mine is the head of the man, and my insight is keen as the ox. By my head, I invoke thee. I am the only begotten child of my father and mother. My father is dead. My mother bore me with labor and pain and fear by my body. I invoke thee. About me shine the diamonds of radiance, white and pure. By their brightness, mine is the head of the six of the rose and cross of life and life. The sign forth and dwell in me, so that every spirit, whether of the firmament, or of the ether, or of the earth, or under the earth, or dry land, or in the air, or flowing air, or of rushing fire, and every spell and scourge of God, the vast one might be. Mine is the head of the hawk, Abraham! I bear the rose and cross of life and remaining in the side to the invocation to therefore I say unto thee, thou wasn't dwelling there, for that every spirit, whether of the firmament, or of the ether, or of the earth, or of the and every spell and scourge of God, the false one I gave I bear the rose and cross of life and light, giving the sign at each abracadabra. Remaining in the sign, the invocation concludes. Therefore I say unto thee, come thou forth and dwell in me, so that every spirit, whether of the firmament, or of the ether, or of the earth, or under the earth, on dry land, or in the water, of whirling air, or of rushing fire, and every spell and scourge of God, the vast one might be mine is the head of the hawk, and ends 6. I bear the rose and cross of life and light, giving the sign at each abracadabra. Remaining in the sign, the invocation concludes. Therefore I say unto thee, come thou forth and dwell in me, so that every spirit, whether of the firmament, or of the ether, or of the earth, or but stronger than I. My fear turned gold in your eyes, and my whole night broke in two. I was lost in the noise, now I'm learning how to stay close to your quiet.
We'll have all the channels. Just depends on how you.
Rana de quite candy very long. Quite cocked and bang the long the coasty one about.
Starbucks, and that's because it's from Seattle. Everywhere else you go, you can get jalapenos at McDonald's down here. It's kind of wild.
Jalapenos aren't even that spicy. That's too bad.
No, that's right. That's entry level peppers, and you know, if you send one jar to New York or Pennsylvania, you got to send an SDS. You're gonna have people showing up in plastic suits surrounding the jar and saying, "What the fuck is this stuff?" But it just turns out how you get started.
What's the hottest pepper? Is it the Asian peppers or the jalapeno?
Well, they have like hype. So you have to look this up because for the last like decade or so, you have hybrids where they basically ended up like there's the Carolina Reaper. There's all of these weird ones where it is like if you were to look at like habanero, which is this more common pepper, which is much spicier than jalapeno. This is like literally these peppers start getting hundreds of times hotter, and it literally people they get ulcers where they burn a hole in their stomach trying to digest this stuff. It's
Are they hotter than Szechuan? Than like the really hot Chinese?
That's not been my.
Oh yeah.
Really? You think that's the case? Because I've had my face burned off over in Asia eating those little shit.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in desperate, really like pain in Asia.
Yeah, they have it's like I don't know, kind of like marijuana, like how you have these really strong strands that people end up producing these hybrids, and you have much stronger peppers now. You can look it up. They have was it the Scoville scale? I forget what it's called, but it is you have peppers that are just like insanely spicy. I haven't had those.
But Jebediah, I also have my first selfie with an alligator, and I tried to grab it. I missed him because he went into the brush. My first rattlesnake. I tried to pull him out, and haven't quite there. I've hiked Caprock.
Oh, yeah. You tried to grab a rattlesnake?
Oh yeah, rattlesnakes are overrated, man. I mean, it's the copperheads you got to worry about. Rattlesnakes are the big pussies of the reptiles, actually. I mean, if you step on one, you got a problem. But if they see you coming, they're going to run mostly.
No, that's true. But here in Arizona, where they're like pretty common. They're a lot faster. They're a lot faster than like for example the vipers in Asia.
Yeah.
And they are generally when you get bit, it's because you did not see it and you put your hand near it or your foot went near it. That's basically how it happens. It doesn't. Obviously, nobody wants to get bit by one.
I actually just saw one and I was like, oh. I wanted to get him out of the brush so I could see it, so I tried to grab his tail, but there was like this pylon, and then there was this rock and some brush, and he slid in there, and I wasn't going to put my hand too far in and try to grab him, so I let him go, but I damn near close. I'm going to get one, and then I'm going to hold the selfie with me holding a rattlesnake. They're bigger than I thought, though.
You don't see those fuckers can leap, though. Like, that's the scary part. Like rattlesnakes are not. I don't even know what the strongest rattlesnakes are in the United States. Are they? You have like the. I think I don't think it's here in the Sonoran Desert. I think actually in the Mojave Desert they have the strongest. And there's that
here. Like, well.
No, but
yeah, in Mojave, and then you have the Cottonmouth.
You said it right the right time. Like, you know, I live in Georgia, but when I went, no, but we have a lot of shit ton of diamondbacks around here. Like, and we have water moccasins. Can I finish without you interrupting?
Jesus Christ, you fucking retard.
You're a retard that's interrupting me. You know, but like, you know, like when I was in like Fort Leonard in Missouri, you were talking about like, you know, copperheads. You know, I had to dig an over-under when I was like in the field, and I was in my sleeping bag, which we call a fart sack. You know, and when I was in my fart sack, I woke up and there was a fucking copperhead.
Okay. Well, I believe again in Canada. I mean, you have convinced me that Canada would not, you know, would be like the movie Red Dawn. Like, y'all would fight. You know, so.
Oh yeah, make no mistake about it. People would definitely fight. I mean, would they like it? No. I mean, especially, and I mean, does anyone want to get, like, I remember when this whole thing started, when Trump threatened Canada, I wasn't the only person that was just like, are you fucking, like, excuse my language, are you fucking kidding me? Because the thought of fighting Americans, as much as we may have, like, you know, a friendly rivalry, especially hockey and certain stuff like that, whatever, it's like having fights with your cousins, in a way. Like, we all share the same continent. We've been through wars together. We exchange and we trade a lot together. No one would feel good about fighting Americans.
That is not true.
Because we lose when we're not. It's not, you just don't want to do that. It's like fighting a family. Why would you want to fight with your family and feel good about that? Like, the thought of it is just, I don't even know if we'd want to. I don't know if anyone would have like the stomach for it, because it's just so weird. There's so many interactions that we have together, that a lot of Canadians have properties in America and vice versa, and go to vacation all the time. It'd be super weird to be actual foes.
Hey, Marlene, I have a question for you.
I was going to say, for Donald Trump to say to take us out of NATO, that is just dumb. And if you have Republicans that back that idea, what in the hell? That's like a long standing coalition, I guess. So, you know, it's embarrassing. We need to keep NATO together. And Donald Trump talks about so-and-so paying their fair share and all this kind of stuff. Look, at the end of the day, sure, people are paying their fair share now, I guess, the way he says it. But, my God, we shouldn't even be in any of this kind of stuff as far as wars and this, what right now. This is just really embarrassing. And I think, what is this, 3 or 4 days, this war may be illegal. Lisa talked about that. So, illegal things, Donald Trump doesn't care. So, let's see if this holds, and when the time comes, let's see if the war ends under, you know, an illegal, you know, circumstance. I don't know what y'all think. Do you think that the war will end after, you know, Congress, you know, whoever declares this to be illegal, or will Donald Trump be able to continue doing this regardless of what is passed?
I wanted to answer my question still. I don't have an answer for that, but I did want to answer the question, Marlene. Do you have like an AMS or a microphone, like or something like for this one? Because I want to ask you, like, how does it feel to wake up with universal health care and like speak slowly, like, and sort of say it in like a sexy voice, if you would?
Well, I will try to speak in a sexy voice.
But what does it feel like to have universal health care, though? Like, I mean, really?
Honestly, the fact that you, as a country, as successful with the amount of millionaires, billionaires that you have, and leaders of the quote-unquote leaders of the free world, the fact that you don't have universal health care is barbaric to me. Frankly, it is absolutely barbaric and nonsense. Because I've seen a breakdown of a person that had medical services in America, and the fact that you guys charge down to the gloves that the doctor uses, and that's literally whether you have money or not could be the difference between you live or die, is crazy to me. Absolutely crazy to me. I mean, I understand. I understand. Sorry, go ahead, Craig.
The only thing I'm gonna say is it depends on the state.
Oh, I'm sure, but I said that it shouldn't depend on the state. That's my point either. I mean, I get that there's little differences between states, etc. And obviously, like, if you're like, I assume that if you get shot and it's an emergency, that you will be serviced. You'll just end up having the debt to, I mean, the point of, I don't even want to imagine, out of your next generation to do that. So I don't, I mean, but that's just crazy. And I wonder sometimes, what do you all pay your taxes for? If it's not to take care of yourselves, what in the world are you paying your taxes to do? Because no one, I mean, sure, let's just be very clear. Canada is not perfect, and especially since this, in the last decade or so, of this adaptation of privatization, which unfortunately came from you all. I mean, we have greedy fucking politicians, mainly on the right. I'll say it straight goods because they're corrupt as fuck. They've taken that idea from privatization and stealing public funds to fund private care. That was an idea taken from America because, again, they're just all corrupt and they get money out of it. It's not because that is the fundamental way. And eventually there's going to be a huge pushback on it because the boomers are now getting old and they're needing care, and we're literally having a crisis right now in our healthcare. But outside of the recent issues, fundamentally, no one's going broke or poor from going to the hospital. It doesn't matter what you have, that is basically covered. And if you have a good job, you'll even have additional coverage that covers a lot of that, if not all of it. So the most that we pay for is prescriptions. And even some of that, depending on what your drug plan is, will be covered completely. So there's no one, the only time yes, there can be for certain special things, there could be a wait for a few months. But if you have the money, sure, you can privatize that and go and spend that right away and probably even get reimbursed. But the fact that you all do not have universal health care, and also you have maternity times of 2 weeks, we go a year. Maternity was a year, and there's paternity leave too. So it's that is crazy to me that you all live like that, and you must probably have to choose between, am I going to go to the hospital, the doctor, or going to just suss it out, which is crazy. You shouldn't wonder whether or not you're able to go to a doctor to take care of your health, and whether the government that you pay and you vote to put there is going to cover that. Because what other function, other than taking care of the people, by the people, for the people, are they there for? It's crazy. You guys should have already post-tested and burnt the whole shit down at this point.
Let me jump in real quick on that too. So to the point about, because that's the reason why I asked you, so I really, and you got to it, about how it feels to just be able to know you can go to the doctor and you don't have to work. So for us and for a lot of people, these people in these rooms, most everybody in here, if you can be on Clubhouse, you're probably working or you're doing okay or whatever, or you have insurance. There are a lot of people now that have lost their health insurance, these healthcare subsidies that they talk about, and all the confidence in this country have something called Cobra, and Cobra is super expensive when you have to go it on your own. Now we have this sort of healthcare, the Obamacare essentially. You can go in and still, but you're still paying for this healthcare. People talking about their healthcare costs are going up. A lot of Trump support, all these people talking about that. Saying that to say that Lindsey Graham, I afford to build. So meanwhile, if you're listening to that and you're in North Carolina, you're in Lindsey Graham's or you're in Stitchman it is, and you're out of work and your kid or you got something going on with you that you want to get checked out, but you know can't afford to go to the doctor, and we're spending $400 million on a fucking ballroom that shouldn't be built. Or you're sitting there watching this war, to what Lisa was talking about earlier, where these ships have been out for a year, and the amount of money that it costs for us to run this war, I think it was like $1 billion or something fucking, I don't know. It's like this money, it gets to where like the numbers like fucking monopoly money. But saying that to say that people, so for y'all to have universal health care, we don't, and we're literally watching people just burning through our money, and people literally out here are like suffering behind it. So that's why I was just asking just to wonder like how it feels if it was just, if you have something wrong with you, just go and just get it taken care of and not have to worry about like going into debt.
Hey, Michael, just go ahead and just go ahead and do it, brother. Let's move to Canada.
We'd be glad to have him. And honestly, I don't know how you guys do it. I have no idea how you Americans have not burnt shit down. In fact, I'd burn that damn ballroom down.
The question I think everybody in 421, when's the
I'm sorry, but there's no freaking way. I think you guys, to me, America right now under Trump is having a let them eat cake moment. Which is just...
Hold on, when is the Michael Marlene wedding?
Okay, Omar, I want to respond to Omar real quick. So Omar tries to minimize shit and feels like I'm doing too much, and he's like, he minimized. So the shit I'm saying is real shit. So I'm not moving to Canada until I've got family here and we bled and died on this motherfucking soil.
No, I'm talking about when you go move to Canada.
We need to get, I'm just saying, we need to get our fucking healthcare fixed. So what I want to happen is there's going to be somebody like a Maxwell Frost. There's going to be younger or the people coming up like your kids or whatever. Like it's like my kids, like they're coming up. They're going to go ahead and push for this shit to get us to where we need to be, because like to Marlene's point, all the taxes we pay in this country are watching our money being squandered for everything, and there are literally people that can't take care of themselves financially. They literally can't medically take care of themselves, and yet Lindsey Graham got on there, and like I said, he's going to up it $20 million over like what the estimate was, because you know it's going to take a little bit more to build.
All I'm saying, go ahead and get that AM radio host.
I think all the protesters
what I'm saying, hold on. What I'm saying, Omar, is that people really down on shit. So if you want to like play around or whatever, that's cool. Just like you did the Trump video where you show like Trump has black friends. If you want to move the narrative like that, that's fine, Omar. But I'm saying people literally are really suffering out here for this shit.
All I'm saying, there's a little brown sugar in Canada, and it's not maple, it's brown.
It's not a joke, brother. It's like, but if you want to show,
and that she got free health care.
That's fine. That's fine. Hey, may your family never have to deal with this bullshit or whatever the rest of us have to deal with. So I guess you living outside the bubble, so that's good, man. You good. Your proximity to whiteness, I guess, saves you from that.
Yes, sir. That's right. California, we get free health care in California, so we don't have that issue. We like Canada.
So anyway,
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, it just Omar, like I say, just like again. People in this country are dying, and I'm just saying, just Omar with this bullshit or whatever, it's just annoying as fuck. But again, I don't know. Like I said, trying to make a serious point, and Omar is just like being like a dickhead or whatever. But it's like it's all good.
I mean, I think if all the protests that you guys should have, I'm not trying to minimize the importance of the other ones that have happened so far. But I honestly think that if there's anything that you guys should be on the streets about nonstop, is the fact that you don't have universal health care. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, a country such as yours, the size of yours, but the amount of amount of rich people and the amount of resources should not be operating less than a third world country, because that's exactly what it is. I mean, you shouldn't be also worried about putting yourself into generational debt because you got sick. That's not something you did to yourself. If you get cancer, you should not have to worry about whether you can pay for your cancer treatments or your child's treatments and what happens to a kid. That's barbaric, and I just don't understand why that hasn't been the number one. The fact that you guys got insurance was a big deal, which was again kind of crazy to me, because you guys couldn't go quite to the universal route.
Marlene, check this out. So California tried to do do it, and you can look at a few years ago. It was like billions of dollars. It was so expensive. It wasn't even something that they could do.
Of course it's expensive, but I mean, but you hold on. So, Michael, let me, exactly. I was just about to say that because, like, we say that, but you find out that you're spending like $2 billion a day on war. And how, I mean, just someone else do the math. You guys have been over war for the last 30 days. Don't tell me you guys don't have the money, because when you guys need the money for bullshit like this, you've got, I mean, America finds it pretty damn quickly and pretty damn easily. I mean, millions of dollars should not be poured into into missiles. And especially, it's not like you're, I say this respectfully, but most of the time you're not even defending yourselves. You're going out of your own borders to go to involve yourself in some sort of foreign conflict in order to steal some other shit or help some other person, like, advance. It's so stupid. At least take care of your own first. I don't understand a country that can boast of we're the greatest and we love America. You know, I mean, we're number one, but yet you have your brother or sister that can't afford their damn medication. That is crazy. And you guys recently gave tax breaks to some of the richest people. To imagine you can afford a vaccine, the fuel for your private jet. Yet a child who's under the poverty level can't get a fucking free lunch, and that is totally normal in America.
Oh my
God. Is
God.
crazy. The fact that you all just sat there and just like, oh yeah, it's fine. It's like, that's crazy. I'm good. That's crazy. I go to bed knowing just fine that people are unsure or can actually go and to the hospital and they're not going to reject it. No one's asking them for a bill or shit. They're only asking like, hey, listen, that's it. I could not. I couldn't be. So as fine as you American brothers are, there's no way I could live in America at all for so many different reasons. Because I could not be universal I'm surrounded by have-nots, especially knowing that my lifestyle is usually at the expense of other people. Because that's exactly what it is. It's not like people are just making their money and they're doing their thing. No, it's literally at the expense of the general public. When the general public is poor. You guys are even like poor. Wait till the bills come in on after this war, plus the tax breaks that are being given on this big beautiful bill. My God, like I don't understand how that should be protested. That should be protested on a daily basis. If you guys really want change, that is the number one aim that I would as a citizen if I was you, because that's crazy. People are going to get older, people get sick, and people, especially if you don't have any regulations regards to your safety in the workplaces and the quality of food, all that stuff that makes people sick. And if you cannot, if sick people cannot enjoy money, because you can have money, but if you don't have your health, you have nothing. And if your whole populace is getting sick, that affects your economy, that affects the workforce. So all of it's connected, and taking care of each other and making sure that your generations are taken care of for your future is for the betterment of the country. You can't talk about, oh, it's going to cost us this much. Actually, it's going to cost you way more in the long run. But that's just my opinion. I land.
So to that point, also, they talked about the SNAP benefits. So people also, we don't have medical, but then we can't eat. So there's a story of this woman that literally talked about she was crying when she went for a physical. She lost 40 pounds in a year. She talked about being at $375 per month for her SNAP benefits for her food. And she talked about the cuts, where they cut it down to $75 after Trump did what he did with this bill. And then she said the shit went down to $25 per month for food. So this an elderly woman who's having issues. I can't remember if she was disabled, but her went from $375 down to $25. They're literally killing people. This whole thing we did with USAID, where we just out of these countries, we're killing people, but then because we're pulling money out of these programs like Russell Watt and all this shit they did with Doge and Elon Musk and all that, all these cuts they did. But meanwhile, like to the point that we're all talking about, this war that Trump, he thought it was going to be quick, whatever, but it's like we're burning off all this money. We're just shitting out money. And meanwhile, this woman is on $25 a month trying to eat. So the priorities are what they are. But when I was asking you the question about Canada, I was generally being serious because I don't think I've ever asked a Canadian what it feels like just to be able to go to the doctor and worry about shit.
They have waiting lists, but their waiting list sometimes are not as long as England.
It depends on what, I mean, if we're talking about something special, like say like a rotary cuff or like something that's rare. Yeah, I think non-emergent, like kind of like, not especially like it's like cosmetic, like say like a breast reduction, and that's because only a few doctors do it. It's not because
breast reductions in 2026.
I am.
So let me say this to what Craig just said. So the waiting list here in America is that, and it's having in my family, the waiting list is that, you know, my legs might be
I agree with that comment.
Soaking Epsom salt and then die of a fucking heart attack. Our waiting list is that we don't have the money to go take care of shit. So like black people,
that the people that I have blocked are the only people that I wouldn't want listening to me, right? Or they're the only people that I, would not want listening. So you're welcome. I mean, like, you're welcome to be annoying. I'm not angry anymore. I don't know why I had to remember that, but it's a good, it's a relief, because if you block people that you don't want listening to you, they can't make it into your room if you're a mod, which is wonderful.
Oh my God.
And there are these 3 ladies that are demons, that are on this, and I really mean it. Listen, when I say that they're demons, I'm not exaggerating. One of them today, I swear to you, was, now I didn't hear it directly, I heard it secondarily, but it's credible source. They were praising and admiring the devil. And I thought to myself, oh, wow, that fits perfectly. Oh, and there's John Kitover. Yeah. I'm telling everybody, John, do you know Uma? John, I think you should know Uma. I think everybody should know Uma. I really want Uma to be my neighbor. Want to be my neighbor.
Why? What's so special about Uma?
I think she's just fascinating, and she's fun, and she's funny, and I feel like she's crazy like me. And I think...
Oh, you're crazy?
I think we could probably even each other out really well.
Wait, why do you think you're crazy?
I think we just have such a fun time. What?
Why do you think you're crazy?
Yeah, I know. John, what are you doing?
What do you mean, what am I
What have
doing?
you been up to? I've been seeing some videos come through, some notifications. Oh, look, and then there's John smiling in the camera.
Yeah, here's me. Anything goes.
What? So, do you know what I'm sad about? I was just reading this article. Apparently, this woman, and it's frustrating, and it gives me a good reality check. There's this woman, this hero, this savior, that apparently there was this fight that was going on at this bar, and this woman had run into the bar and said, help me, somebody's beating me up. And then she had left, and one of the women that were in the bar, who has kids and everything, she went out to check on her, and her and her friend was getting beat up by this guy. She interfered. The guy ended up pulling a gun and killed her. And she died. And do you know how many times I've gotten involved in broken up fights? So many times. Like that's I mean, so many times.
So what you're saying is, in hindsight, you're thinking to yourself, you know what? I shouldn't have even have gotten involved. That's what you're thinking.
No, that's not. What I was thinking is that I need to do it much more. What is the word? Intelligently. Like I have to be really certain of what's happening, and if I'm not armed, I mean, like I need to keep my distance. I don't think I can get involved.
Mm-hmm.
As involved as you know.
Well, today a couple walked past my house today, and she was screaming, "Why don't do this?" He's like, "Just leave me alone. I'm gonna punch you in the face. Leave me alone." And I swear to God, last year, just about the same time, it was the same fucking drama. And I put it on YouTube. I'm like, this is the second time I've recorded this couple. It's so crazy because yeah, I put them on my YouTube account.
Oh my God.
It's the only weapon we have. I'm not going to call the police, but at least I got a little social justice.
Oh, for being disturbed.
Yeah, they do this all the time. It's like, take your drama, keep it inside your house. What do you think people want to hear you guys? Shut the fuck up.
Oh, you're pretty funny. Do you know what? You are funny, and do you know what else? You're annoying.
Yes, do you?
And there's like a percentage of you that's also lovable, and there's also like a credible influential, incredible influencer, I guess you could say.
Well, do you know?
Right, but that's a small
Do
percentage.
you know what a highly annoying person is versus an extremely annoying person?
What's that?
Basically, an extremely annoying person is highly argumentative, but a highly annoying person is just totally obnoxious without even being argumentative.
Oh, wait a second. So say that one more time.
I mean, I'm just kind of making it up on the spot.
So if you're highly, do you think I'm highly argumentative people?
Oh, yeah.
Some people say I'm argumentative. Do you think?
Oh, you are very high on the index.
No, I disagree.
See, Uma is a highly annoying person and an extremely annoying person. She's both.
Yes, give it all to me, bitch.
You see what I mean, Bima? She gets it.
What is his name? Do you know this person for real? Speak to it before?
Yeah, Alistair. Yeah, his name's John. He's very popular on the app.
Oh, then I added him already.
I'm not popular on this app, Bima. FYI, it's a big universe, and you can go into rooms with like hundreds of people.
Infinite universe is not only English.
I'm a nobody on this app. Are those begonias in your PTR, Uma?
What? What? I don't know. You don't talk to me.
I gotta tell you something, Uma. So, a couple days ago, I had gone out. By the way, those flowers are absolutely gorgeous. I had gone out inside, and I was just laying on my grass. And it's so interesting because I couldn't see visibly standing up any purple at all on the grass, none. But then as I laid down in the grass and I put my head on my chin because I was laying on my stomach, I saw this little teeny purple flower, and it was so small. And then the most sweet thing happened. These ants came, and they were just like, they were so drawn to this little flower, and they were like touching the flower, like walking by and like touching it, like checking on it, like going by. I don't know if they were using it as like a marker to like find their way to and fro or whatever, but it was the cutest little thing. And I thought, wow, look, they love the color purple. I was just telling everybody that I just bought a whole bunch of purple flowers because my property doesn't have enough purple. So I just got a bunch of lavender and just some purple flowers. But Oma, tell me something. What type of neighbor are you? Would you be my neighbor?
The invisible one.
We know what type of neighbor John is. John is the type of neighbor that's going to record you and then put you on YouTube. John, you're the worst type of neighbor. I would hate you.
Well, I'm a good neighbor. I clean up the whole street for everybody. I do all kinds of work for people. I don't ask for any praise or thank. I just do. I don't expect any kind of compliment. I just do because it's the right thing to do. Hello?
put your neighbors. Listen, John, tell us what type of neighbor you are outside of recording your neighbor and exposing their weak low spots, so everybody.
Yeah, no problem. I'm a good neighbor. I keep the sewer caps clean. I shovel, I brush, I clean. Bullshit. I clean all the time. I go around with a bucket and a picker and I pick up all the garbage all over the place that these fucking animals throw all around the street. I clean up. And my mom is so obsessively compulsive. One day she was like, "Come on, let's go clean." My mom walked us like 3 blocks to the main highway, and my mom for 2 hours was cleaning the fucking highway. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
That's actually really sweet. Okay, but I don't know if you do that.
I'll send you the pictures.
Clean.
I'll send you the pictures, and you would be amazed at my garden.
Because I believe your mother does.
No, my work,
believe you do it.
my cleaning here in Chicago. And, I have a big garden. You don't know this about me, but every day when everybody is around here talking all day long about everything, I go outside and I work in my garden, and you're going to be amazed at how beautiful it is. And you're not going to believe the flowers, the vegetables I'm growing. I'm becoming self-sustainable. I'll be able to save hundreds of dollars eating my own vegetables and my own. Hello? Listen, Necro is one of my top political campaign contributors. My mom called me the other day. She said, "I'm worried about you, Johnny. You're on this stupid internet all the time talking and debating, but you're getting a gut and you're not going to the gym. And, I'm worried about your mental health." I'm like, "But Mom, have you heard the people that I talk to? Are you worried about any of them?" "I don't care about them. They're not my son. I care about my son." Hello?
I love your mom, but I mean, I don't know how. Tell us about your dad, because maybe you take a lot after your dad. What happened there?
Well, anything goes. You know what they say. My dad disowned me, and I barely talk to him. And he lives down. Yeah, my dad goes to Mar-a-Lago. He's a member of the yacht club down there. He's a big Trumper, and he. Hello.
Oh, I was your fans. Be my one to talk to me first.
Yeah, I do want to talk to Uma. Uma, tell me some fun stuff, because I just think that you're so interesting.
Oh, when Johnny's not around, I would do that.
Oh, it's private. If you would like, I can just leave and come back. Would you like? I can give you 10 minutes of privacy. I'll just come right back. How does that sound, Uma?
Just go away forever.
Did you tell me to go away forever?
I'm not your mom. Go talk to your mom.
Yeah, BMI, did you get my question?
A new question?
No, it was one I just sent you where you're in Snatch.
Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'll have to go and check.
Basically, I was, for a while, I was the lone dissenter for a while. As the only person who wasn't a Trump supporter in the room. But I don't know. It's like, I mean, it doesn't bother me if anyone supports Trump, but I wish they had better judgment. But in general, I never would think that you support Trump at all, or do you?
Let me ask you a question. Do you think, because it's a good question and I'll definitely answer. Could I ask you a question first before I answer?
Sure.
Or would you like, okay, thank you. Do you think that it's impractical to take someone that is supposed to be like the president of the United States and then judge them in totality, like a negative or positive versus what the specific policies? Because I mean, and this is my thought, right? Every human being, we can find really shitty things that they do, and then we can find really cool things that they do. And then I don't know. I'm really not sure the answer to this question, but the reason I ask is because there's definitely things that I am happy about that he's done. And there's also things that I'm really unhappy about. And so when I'm asked something like, do you support Trump? It's like, I support people doing good things. And I support people who don't do good things. But I don't know of one human being that I could point to say that they do only good things or only bad things. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, to me, I have different standards. Like most people see presidents as the lesser of two evils. I think that that's a shitty way to look at the system because, I mean, I didn't vote in 2020. If I give an example, I didn't vote in 2020 because I didn't like how there was the cover-up of Joe Biden with all the rape allegations that were made against him. And I couldn't vote for Trump either specifically. So like, to me, it's like, I think specifically the idea is specifically like, it doesn't matter who this person is, the fact that they could have potentially have committed rape because they are still voting in line with what I want overall specifically. And it essentially allows our leaders to be deplorable characters specifically, which I think is disgusting.
So you think we should?
May I ask a question? Do you think that like, when you vote for your president in America, and like, do you want him to be your president or do you want him to be your pope?
None of the above.
Yeah, I want them to be my leader.
It didn't even occur to me, and I'm not saying that this is analogous to Trump's experience, but this is what I can conjure up. It was shocking to him the kinds of things that I had to deal with to navigate that system. So that's all that I can kind of pull from as an example, something that exemplifies perhaps at a much more, in a much bigger scale what he's dealt with. It's probably nauseating in many ways, and that's probably one of the things that you don't ever hear him talk about. Like, because why would he share that, right? Like how ridiculous some of the things he has to deal with, and how it presents to us as his entire constituency is, wow, he's making decisions without the aid of congressional oversight, and to him it's like, wow, what an impediment to progress. That's what I imagine goes through his head, and it would make sense to me. Do I like it? No, I haven't changed necessarily, and I don't love Donald Trump, but I increasingly try to empathize with his plight.
You know who he could have been describing? Woodrow Wilson.
But then again, I don't know that Trump is competent enough to act.
No, I was going to say Woodrow Wilson was much in the same way. Yeah. He took a lot of prerogatives for
and that was because he was an academic, right? And he saw he probably looked at the government bureaucracy very differently, just like Henry Kissinger
probably be on record.
He worked the game.
Oh man.
I really wish Mel had been here to hear.
I just want to know, like, so what you said, like, I think they're so as far as balancing what you said, he's
and that woman is so.
I just want to know.
And just
ran.
Yeah, she ran away once the reasonableness started.
Yeah, so I just want to know. I wasn't when you said
No, I think it was because I came in.
But so Abby, let me ask you this: like, who in 2020 would say you're a pretty mainstream Republican?
Why is my age important?
Who is your dream candidate? Like, who do you
no question. I have a
I
dream
want you
candidate.
to. Oh my gosh, Uma, look at this flower.
No, it's Glenn
It's
Youngkin.
called
I
the
love Glenn
Loveliness
Youngkin.
Dianthus.
He's
It
my
is the
dream
funniest
candidate.
looking thing.
Like, absolutely everything about him, from, on a purely statuesque, Lincoln-esque kind of style. His auditory skills, his policies are spot on. He was a popular governor. He managed his state well. I mean, he just hits on all cylinders.
I'm just thinking we need smart Republicans to have their voices heard more.
Like it doesn't. I don't hear a lot from the GOP intelligence.
And he was a one-term governor, right? Because they only allow one-term governors
which
there.
I think is so interesting.
Why he's not in the cabinet now or in some position? I mean, I'm surprised Trump hasn't found a place for him within the government unless he doesn't want it. And I don't know if he would throw his hat in the ring. But if you're asking me who would be the perfect candidate, or even in a VP spot, I mean, I hope he gets activated.
Do you think Rubio's brand is? I think Rubio is probably one of the best political animals in the Republican Party. But I think
He's
Lil Marco. I think he'd be so much better than Vance or DeSantis. How do you all? I totally agree. But I think this war is going to tarnish him. I think first off, we'll have Trump fatigue. And the fact that he was Secretary of State in an unpopular war, I think his brand is kind of. I mean, I think maybe 2032 he could reboot, but I think for 2028, I think Rubio is he's just damaged goods right now. Scott, we had Vance campaigning for Orban, so it's like. There's some egg on the
Vance belonged nowhere near that shit. I don't know why the president sent him. It was dumb.
I would love, if I saw Rubio in a debate with Gavin Newsom, he'd rip him a new one. Rubio would destroy in a debate Newsom. I mean, it couldn't even come close.
Well, I mean, what Kamala taught us, right, was that I don't think it's nothing to win statewide office in California. I think it's an accomplishment. It does not make you a viable national candidate. And so I think people that think that anybody from California would be a formidable national candidate as a Democrat are clinically insane. because California is just so far different than the country. I like California. I love it out there. I think it's great. But I just don't think. I mean, Harris showed us what that statewide brand as a Democrat. Now, as a Republican, it's different. If you win statewide as a Republican in California, you've as a minority won the majority, right? And so I think Reagan, Nixon. I mean, these people that can do that are singular impressive people, but I don't have any confidence or respect for a Democrat just because they won statewide in the most liberal state in the country. I don't think that's again, it's not an accomplishment, but it's not going to be.
Or if I ask you if you stop beating your wife.
Stop talking. Let the woman talk.
Do you know what the coolest thing of this? This is my favorite site to buy seeds. It's called Gurney's, Gurney. And one of the coolest things about the site is, you know how you have your grow zones, right? Once you put your grow zone in the website, and you could look at whatever you're looking at, it'll tell you, oh, look, this grows in your zone, or nope, you're SOL. You know what I mean? So you have an idea of what is perfect for your zone, and you don't have to go and check, blah, 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 blah. And it's just so wonderful.
Hey, is that clone my Willie?
Hello?
The trans man.
Uma stays forever.
Is this a grow zone? Anything goes here. Anything. Uma's part of the grow zone. Oh, anything goes here. Anything. It's a grow zone. It's a grow zone. Hello?
Yeah, you do.
Ooh. Oh my gosh, he's back. He's back and better than before.
He's back.
He's unstoppable, this one.
Uma, there's hope for you. Necro love fucking tranny.
Ooh.
Necro does like fucking tranny.
Listen,
ooh, juicy.
First of all,
anything goes.
Nick's is rich.
Anything
The
goes.
worst part about Rich is that he has thousands of accounts, or at least hundreds.
Unstoppable.
Oh, great, wonderful.
Unlimited power.
www.tip-number.com.
Bro, you got 100,000 trainings on your fucking website?
Unlimited power.
I would just like to say that Pro is like the worst human being I've ever met in my entire life.
Pro is wonderful. I love
He's
Pro.
a horrific person.
Why? Why would you say
He's
such
terrible.
a horrible thing? Why? Tell me.
He's a mass serial killer.
Yeah, that's horrible to say, Rich.
He is.
Rich, you make
He
it.
wants to kill all the Jews.
Rich,
Go.
I don't believe you ever said that. Kill all the Jews? You said?
Yeah, just a
Well, Bima said that she would join Hezbollah. Bima said that she would join Hezbollah. Bima said she would join Hezbollah and fight to the death with the terrorist Muslims if they were trying to destroy her house.
Thank you, Rich. At least Rich is
If I lived in Lebanon, I would probably fight for Hezbollah.
Sam and your mommy.
And if I had my family killed, blah, blah, blah.
At my property taken. My property taken and
Dude,
stolen.
gross. Another Catholic Zionist.
Bro,
Ooh.
No, that is dickhead, bro.
Why would you want to be associated with A-Check Pro?
What's wrong with J-Check?
Horrible.
I love
Wait.
Yes, that's what A-Check does. He's adorable. He's a great character. And Beeman, thank you for saying
Steiny's like the second worst person I've ever met on here.
Uma's my favorite. Uma is my favorite. I want Uma to be my neighbor.
You want Tranny next door?
Me and Uma would have so much fun.
Bima, do you remember when I roasted a truck?
I don't remember that.
When I gave him that quote from the show House.
Never forget that. Oh man, it was epic, bro.
Who is Hella? Hella, do I know you?
Hello.
Hi, Hella. Do I know you? You're new.
You're black. She wants to fuck you, Hella.
What is wrong with this one?
She wants a black dick. Look at her.
This man.
Hey, Rich, the people making jokes about gay people are the people.
Oh, he's like Somali or Ethiopian, so I don't know if that counts.
No, I was just trying to throw you off the top of
I think he's Ethiopian or Eritrean. He has the Ethiopian look, though. Yeah, he's Ethiopian.
Yeah, man, that's on point.
No. How do you say it? No.
I want to talk about what Uma wants to talk about.
It sounds like the Muppets when they say how are you in Amharic. They're like banana.
I was gonna say banana.
Yeah, banana. It's something like that. It's like nanananin or something.
Chevy, look at my PTI.
I can't remember how.
Oh,
you sounded.
Yeah, whatever.
That's tranny dick.
I mean, I'm black, but you're racist.
No, it's not racist to clearly look at you and tell phenotypically that you're Ethiopian. You're either Ethiopian or Eritrean.
Just a little bit.
I'm not. It's not racist to say he's Ethiopian or Eritrean. Look at him.
You either, whatever you either.
Or Somali. He might be Somali. But he might be like northern Somali.
Shut up.
Chevy is unbridled. He's a.
I just told you I could run that shit over and over again.
Oh, let's look through his
nothing we
houses.
can do.
Let's look through his houses and see
He's
if he's
beyond help.
Ethiopian.
Yeah, do that.
Who's beyond help?
Chevy. We just have to do more.
Oh, he's part of Talking Apes, so he's functionally retarded.
I don't know. If I had my hands ready, they're ready, but you know,
I don't like anyone on Talking Ape anymore.
They fucked up people.
Yeah, they are.
So was I right? Eritrean or Ethiopia?
You just fucked up. You know,
I know I'm right. It's one of the three. It may be. Hold on. It may be Somalia. But I'm leaning towards. If he's Muslim, it's Eritrean. If he's Ethiopian, he's obviously Muslim. But and if he's or Somalian, if he's Christian Orthodox, then he's Ethiopian. Which I'm guessing he's Orthodox. He's Ethiopian.
Well, you can't deny there are some Orthodox in Eritrea as well.
Right?
Very small.
You do. Go get a room.
Yeah, you guys fought over Islam and Christianity and gold. That's why you guys separated.
We're not fighting.
Oh yeah, he is. Wait, he is.
What are you two doing?
I'm just checking you. You know your stuff. The stuff.
No. I mean, you guys fought over gold and Muslims and Christians. You guys are like the Sudanese and the South Sudanese.
Yeah, but who are you then? Like,
what do you mean? Oh my.
Who are you? Like that's where anonymous pictures of.
Oh, and he's drunk, so clearly he's probably not a Muslim. He's probably Ethiopian Orthodox.
Sammy, where you come from?
What?
Where are you?
Not from tranny land. That's where I don't come from.
And who's tranny in here?
Oh, Thai girls. Stick to yourself.
I'm not a tranny.
I mean, you're Thai and you're tranny.
Oh, then I don't like this guy anymore.
I don't like the guy.
Let's get rid of him.
Yeah, get rid of him.
He'll just come back. He'll run on.
Chevy, Oma says you have to pull it back a little bit.
So we found out that Hella is Ethiopian.
This is amazing. Rich.
Translate my name. You got my original.
Rich.
I asked the question.
Rich is a very powerful Clubhouse user.
Can you tell us a little bit about Ethiopia? Can you tell us anything that maybe us dumb Americans don't know?
The first church.
Not you. I'm not talking to you, Chevy. Chevy, I'm talking to Hella.
Jews that now currently reside in
No.
But it's just not the way. It's not our selection process.
Jason,
Gandhi is not going to get elected in our system.
We did, Jason. We did have Washington and Adams. I mean, those were probably, and maybe Jefferson. I mean, those were a different school. Yeah,
they were a different school. They were a different breed. I mean, but really, you're just talking about a different concept of how we get a president. It's not a bad concept, okay, but it's a different concept.
But what Austin just said about being a good governor, I think that's interesting, and you have to really unpack that, because really the best presidents come from gubernatorial backgrounds where they managed, and they, the majority came from that, and they were in a management role. And some governors have more obligations and more that they're responsible for than other governors, like just how their state laws are. And I've made this argument before that probably the hardest job of all 50 states is the governor of New Jersey. The Jersey governor oversees so much more than other governors do, and it's a much more encompassing job. And you just look at, where did a lot of our presidents that came from? New York governors, California governors, right? Texas. Just think about what was the breeding ground.
These big states, you're saying, or big or complex.
Or complex. The Jersey governor has to appoint all the. They're not elected. It's just he oversees more under his control, and again, it's a good prep. I'm not saying that Chris Christie would have been a great president. I think he would have been a great attorney general. It's kind of sad that they had a falling out. I think he would have done a good job, but the people that I don't know all the different states and their laws and how much are under what's under his control or her control.
Yep, the governor of California, Texas, and New York.